is up? What is up? Of course, this is Powerhouse Wrestling, your #1 source for all things wrestling. So basically, I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts lately, but I wanted to make a little longer video about The Rock returning to Monday Night Raw. First, I want to say Happy New Year. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I can't do it without you. So let's talk about what is, I guess it's WWE New Year's Knockout Week. And they started off with Raw, Day 1, they called it. And of course, The Rock came out. And this is the second time, well, I guess that would be last year. This is this year, but the second time in about 6 months that The Rock has came out to Raw or SmackDown. And of course, when he came out, for the past couple years, since Roman Reigns has been heavyweight champion or the tribal chief, head of the table, everyone's kind of been hinting around that maybe The Rock will return and either take the title, be the new tribal chief or the new head of the table. And of course, The Rock comes out and he does his promo. The crowd's going crazy. And as most of you know by now, at the end, he said he was going to go out to eat. Where should he sit? You know, a booth, a bar, a tape, or the head of the table. The crowd goes crazy. The internet goes wild because it's kind of like a setup for maybe WrestleMania 40. I don't know. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about that because for me, my ideal thing was, and I know was kind of going to be CM Punk wins Royal Rumble. And then with WrestleMania, there would be a 2-night main event. It would be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins one night. And I was kind of hoping CM Punk would win that championship match. And then Randy Orton would go through the bloodline and eventually end up at WrestleMania. And that main event where he would beat Roman Reigns for the undisputed heavyweight championship belt. But now you throw The Rock in the mix, and where does that leave everyone else at the moment? It's kind of like they got so many good players now. It's, what do you do with all these storylines? It's almost too many storylines to go against Roman Reigns, which, I mean, necessarily isn't a bad thing, but it can be a lot sometimes. So I kind of wanted to see CM Punk, Royal Rumble, then beat Seth Rollins at one of the main event nights, probably Saturday, beat Seth Rollins for the championship belt, and of course Randy Orton go through the bloodline only to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 in Sunday night's main event. But so I saw a comment online that I like this one right here, and it kind of makes sense because you have a chance for Cody Rhodes to finally finish his story. The Rock kind of give the people what they want without actually giving him a belt, just make him head of the table now. And because The Rock's not going to be full-time, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's a win-win because you can't forget about Cody Rhodes. I mean, his story is to be finished at some point, I guess. I don't know where they're going with that anymore because now with CM Punk, they got that storyline. And then Randy Orton back, and that kind of kicks Cody back a little bit. And, of course, LA Knight way back, which I was a big LA Knight fan. I was hoping he would win the belt, but it looks like he's definitely way in the background at the moment. And I think him helping Randy Orton, I don't know where they're trying to go with that. I think they're just trying to try to keep LA Knight relevant without pushing him too much anymore because people really want to see Punk, Orton, and maybe now The Rock. Though if you look online, a lot of people are not that excited about The Rock doing anything with Roman really at all. But that's kind of whatever. That's why I like this guy's comment where it's kind of the best of both worlds. You have The Rock beat Roman, become head of the table, but he's already been beaten by Cody to become the champion, and finally in that story. And then after that, maybe have Randy Orton turn on Cody Rhodes and then finally beat him, because you're going to have to give Orton the belt at some point, I would think, and probably CM Punk. But that's a different story because you have Seth Rollins he can easily get the belt there. So we shall see. I don't know, a lot going on. It seemed like they're off to a pretty good start. But, you know, WWE, they can find a way to get in their own way and ruin storylines. Kind of like I feel like at the end of the day, the Bloodline, Sami Zayn storyline kind of went a little wacky at the end when I really felt like they had this amazing thing going and they kind of, I don't know, floundered it a little bit at the end. But it's hard to tell because the build-up was so huge. I don't know if the ending would have ever been able to be big enough to follow that storyline, because the Bloodline storyline, Sami Zayn, the whole Jey Uso, Jimmy thing was pretty awesome. But then that kind of leaves Jimmy and Jay in a kind of a weird thing too, where they're kind of with the LA Knight thing, where they were being pushed and now they're just kind of way back in the back. But of course, Jimmy and Jay, they've been on many podcasts, many different interviews where they said their dream match is to fight each other at WrestleMania. So I'm pretty sure that will happen. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. They got a lot going on. Is it too much though? Where you just gotta really, if they do the storylines right, this can be one of the best WrestleManias ever. But if they botch them like they're known to do, this could just be another letdown WrestleMania. But I do feel at the end of the day, no matter what, Roman Reigns will not be champion after WrestleMania 40. But I don't know. What say you? Let me know what you think. Of course, like, subscribe. Powerhouse Wrestling, and I am out, and I will talk to you soon.